So author Qian Julie Wang had to face some racism at a book event where so New York Times best-selling author Qian Julie Wang, she took to social media and to talk about an incident where a woman called her an illegal and told her she was lucky to be in America during a book event in Larchmont on Friday. So Qian Wang said she was heartbroken by what she was experienced at a Women's Association book fair at the event that she and two other authors, a white man and a white woman, had attended. So the other author was a white man and another white woman, and so there was two white people and one Asian person, and of course, Qian Wang did not specify where this took place. So apparently, looking at the schedule, said she was at the Women's Club of Larchmont on December 10th, and her name was also listed on the club's event calendar for a band authors program, along with two other authors, the white woman author Paulina Brent and male author Joshua Jetty Shapiro for on the same date. So she said, "My heart is broken." On Twitter, today at one of those book events that authors of color warn each other early about, and we hope no one else has to endure. So it said, "My heart is broken. Today I had to at one of those book events that author of color warn each other early about, and we hope no one else has to endure." The event was for a Women's Association. I was one of three authors to speak. The others authors were a white man and a white woman. Despite clear pronunciation guides on my website from my publicist, no one leading could say my name. I clearly stated for MC the correct pronunciation 3 times. At one point, she even wrote it down phonetically. When she introduced the other authors, she gave an original introduction saying things like, "We are so excited to have her here," as you might have read his book. But when it was my turn, the MC just read the description from the book from the jacket and mispronounced my name, not even just one way, but 3 different ways. Qian Wang, Qian. And then she said she's the daughter of my mother-in-law's name, as if my relation to a white woman justified my presence, and if it had been a family favor for me and not a personal and enthusiastic invitation to an organization made to my publisher. When I got to speak, the servers jumped into action. Several servers stood right in front of my podium, holding trays and clanking dishes and cups. This may well have been bad timing, but nothing like this occurred during the other authors' speeches. No one did anything to stop the disruption. From mine, it persisted for the duration of my speech. So I proposed Qian Wang described how no one at the event could pronounce her name correctly. And even give it to her by to her publicist, and also had to pronounce it with the phonetic alphabet, which the phonetic alphabet is like like words. So if you don't know, aren't clarified with how the spelling of a certain word is, you would you know, break it down each letter, like A for apple, or B for berry, or C for crab, or you know, D or diamond, or you know, in that sort of way. And of course, it's a racist thing because the person that was speaking, they were like, they were because they're white, they were yeah. And just certain that these white people, they don't even take their proper time to actually pronounce the foreigner people's names correctly, and it's always about the like the English people speakers, yeah. So if they're like white or black, and they have like or basically if you're a foreigner, and they use an English name, they'll state it properly. But if you don't, if you have like a different name, they'll like purposely or they don't care about you, like how you pronounce your name. They just say it to how they think it fits, and that is very disrespectful. And yeah, and purposely, that was literally deliberate. And yeah, they're just being racist because she's Asian, and many Asians have to endure this kind of stuff, even though they may be popular. But you know, and that's not how you like pronounce the. And how you pronounce her name would be very similar to Qian Wang, not how like Qian, Quang, or Qian. That's not how you pronounce Chinese, or whatever background she is. Most likely Chinese, because that last name is Chinese. And also the fact that the speaker also said she's the daughter-in-law of my mother-in-law's name, like the relation to white women matters, because it doesn't. So just say she is an author of this book. We're glad to have her here, and that's how you actually say it, and you know, make them feel welcome in here. And also the people that who are like making noises to not hear what Qian Wang was saying is very disrespectful. So when a certain person is speaking, no matter what race they are, no matter what gender they are, you always are respectful to what they are saying. And if the speaker, well, no, ask for any questions or comments on, yeah, then you can talk. And yeah, and then there are sometimes that when people just interrupt other people by saying, oh, you know, in negative manners, and yeah, you wouldn't want that if you were speaking at like conference, or like, you know, maybe or make a speech, and some people with some person was being very disrespectful to you and interrupting you every time, and yeah, you don't do that, you know. And That's why when you turn your phone off to or if you're eating something quietly, or and obviously that was also deliberate too, because of course the others was though others were the white man and the white woman, and of course that's racism at its worst, and so Qian, Wang said that she spoke with several people who lined up to see her during the signing of her memoir, Beautiful Country, and some they're describing some of them as thoughtful, genuine, and intelligent. However, some other people she spoke were being very rude and racist. They're only wanting to tell her that their manicurist was Asian, or their sons were dating some Asian woman, which doesn't have to do with anything, and that has to do with their, which proper questions would be like, where did you get the ideas for this, or maybe asking if they're the other people who are like that's something like that, or and then one near the end of the line, that one woman being very racist and definitely xenophobic, said, what do you illegals have to gripe about? Why are you always complaining about America? I know you blacks complaining about being poor, but you're lucky to even be here. And she even stated that she had no interest in reading Qian Wang's book, and and black people are not just the only people who have been targeted with racism by white people, but Asians and Latinos and Hispanics have always been targeted by white people because they think they don't belong here, and and especially Asians, go back to China. Latinos, you're terrorists. And of course, and Donald Trump, he just made it even worse by targeting the Latino community, and also the Asians with, especially the recent coronavirus, making a thing. It came from China, which isn't even exact, because there are like some people saying it came from USA, or maybe it came from somewhere else. And the one with the USA, some people say it came from some USA army base, or they hold a lot of weapons. And of course, a long time ago, that massacre where Chinese men and Chinese boys were being hanged because they were being were Asian. And back when many Asian countries where life was hard there, so they immigrated over to the USA and Canada for and USA for the American dream thing, but and actually it became worse, especially Koreatown riot, where the black people were jealous that the Koreans who immigrated over to USA, the Los Angeles area, and they were working hard to try to fit in. And if you were about other race other than white, or we had to really work hard to fit in and trying to make a living, because we barely had any opportunities. And then the black people were jealous, and they thought the Koreans were stealing job opportunities, and instead started attacking the Koreans. Also, like what the white people were doing, you don't belong here, and and even at the police had to be involved, and it was a lot of vandalism in the Koreatown part of Los Angeles. And even in many parts of USA and Canada, some of the Asian people are so uncomfortable with possibly worrying that non-Asian people will be attacking them for saying that you don't belong here, go back to China, like so other xenophobic or racist statements. And with the USA, what is up with the American dream and USA is the best place to live when these people are literally being racist to people of color or people of other races? So that makes USA the worst country to ever live in. And the fact that there are like so many, black people have been getting a lot of attention between race victims. Don't forget the Asians and also the Latinos. They matter just as important as. And that lady who shot, calling Qian Wang, an illegal immigrant, or like and also people should also hear about the Asian points, like what they had to endure, and which Asian points of views also do matter, not just the white people or the blacks people, what they are saying. And Qian Wang's her speech about how America made me feel small, erased. My book was about how America feels like small, erased, and today America prevailed yet again. So Qian Wang, she's got a point. That's basically what every Asian wants to say, but Asians are being silenced, many of them. So Qian Wang, so she was born in Qian, China. So she her family immigrated to the Brooklyn with their parents at the age when she was 7, and her memoir, which is also her first book, is about when her parents experienced while living as undocumented immigrants in New York City for 5 years. So she is a graduate of Yale Law School and Swarthmore College, and now the litigator and a managing partner of Gottlieb and Wang LLP, which is a firm dedicated to advocating for education and civil rights. So her memoir is selected one of the New York Times 100 Notable Books of 2021. So basically, Qian, Qian Wang's book basically sums it up. Also, the people who are also Asian have endured racism and from people of other races and Asians who have all like immigrated to other countries, usually the Western world, part of the world, have to deal with racism, what we look like, what we eat, our names, and our heritage, and bringing up what Korean DJ Davin Lee said. People are endorsing Asian culture, but they don't appreciate Asian people, don't accept people, and yeah, there's people, they they endorse Asian culture, and act like Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year is their holiday, or and literally make jokes about us, think they can treat us like the lower class, and not give us that much opportunities, and make us targets of they're racist towards us, xenophobic, and hateful, and even throw some racist words like go back to China, or drop the C word on us, or if you're Korean, which Korea are you from? Which don't even think about that. And to be better off, you would be better off in Canada if you were, instead of going and immigrating to USA, because it's more racist over there. And literally, Asians deserve as much support as black people have got enough support. And I'm not talking about Black Lives Matter. No, actually, people supporting a certain race. Also, please do support the Asian people too, and they deserve it. Help contribute to stop Asian hate, and do assist Asian people, and don't just endorse Asian culture without actually if you're going to endorse Asian culture, you must accept Asian people too. That which makes us feel welcome, and you can make more friends of different races, and even learn a thing or two about other cultures, and and also do defend them from racists, and we need more people backing us than ever, especially we've already been a target of racism, but the coronavirus pandemic just made it worse, and please support the Asian people.